Danny died, but Shawn didn't let his voice be killed. He fought for complete transparency. He knew that it's not enough to get manufacturers to settle. He knew that it's even more important to tell the world what happened. He does this work every day in order to save your children. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shawn Casterman, our best friend.
Let me start by thanking Boaz for those wonderful remarks. I'm not a hero, and I am so overwhelmed by those words, by the respect that I have for Linda and Boaz, and quite frankly for all of the appreciation that is just welling up in my heart right now as I look out at all of the people that I know and love that have come here tonight to support us. You know, I grew up in a village, literally, the village of Glen Ellen. But also, figuratively, I was raised by my grandmother, my aunts and my uncles, my mother, my father, the parents of friends, teachers, coaches, ministers, my buddy Matt back there. It took a whole village of people to get me to where I am today. And in my mind, Kids in Danger is a village. Kids in Danger is not a charity in the sense that it's vertical. We're not here to ask you to give money so that we can take it and give it to the needy. Those are worthy causes, but that's not what this is. Kids in Danger is horizontal. It's teachers, professors, bakers, doctors, businessmen, lawyers, construction workers, athletes, reporters, all working together to help each other protect our most valuable resource, our children. I want to say one thing about Nancy Cowles, because she hasn't been mentioned enough tonight. Nancy, where are you? Everybody give Nancy a hand. Nancy is perhaps the smartest, hardest working, kindest person I know. And she could be running she could be the CEO of a corporation, she could be the president of a university. Quite frankly, she could do anything that she wants to do. And you know what she wants to do? She wants to work for a not-for-profit in a fourth-floor office, which is hotter than this room, where you climb up and down the stairs. If the elevator man's not there that day, or the elevator's broken. And you know why she wants to do it? To take care of your kids and my kids. There is no greater calling in the world than to take care of the children that we bring into this world. So Nancy, I wanted to tell you that your work does not go unnoticed by me, and none of you should let it go unnoticed. I gave a closing argument this morning for an hour and 40 minutes. I won't go that long. I do want to say a couple things about Kids in Danger and how it can be and should be involved in all of your lives. You know, when Katie, my oldest, was born, it was 22 years ago last week. And you know when you have your first baby, you have those times where it's just you and your baby. And you're just holding her, feeding her, burping her, the things that you love to do with this newborn baby. And I remember thinking to myself, if I ever lost Katie, I couldn't go on. It was a no-brainer. Fast forward to when I met Linda and Boaz. They lost Danny. And lost is the wrong word. Danny was taken from them. And they had every right, and probably should have, curled up in a ball and worried about themselves and not worried about your children and my children, but they didn't. And thank God that they didn't. So that brings me to how Kids in Danger can and should be a part of your life. First and foremost, be like my grandmother. Give money to Kids in Danger. Every year for my birthday. I don't need a tie. I don't need cufflinks. In my name, she gives a donation to Kids in Danger for my birthday. So Grandma Angela, let me thank you for that. What I would invite all of you in this room to do is to join this team, become part of this horizon, where you make it part of your responsibility to take care of your children and the other children out there. There's another thing I want you to do to become a part of Kids in Danger. Get on our mailing list. Can you imagine the horror? And I represent families who have lost children to defective products. And I meet with the grandparents, I meet with the aunts and uncles, I meet with the people that were involved in the incident. And I can't describe for you the horror that they lived through. And if you subscribe to the website or the mailing list for Kids in Danger, you're going to be provided with a list of the products that are out there that have been or should be recalled. Can you imagine the horror if your niece or your nephew, or God forbid your own child, were killed by a product that was on that list? I can't. So when there's a birth in your family, make a donation in that child's honor and make sure that they're on our mailing list. If you're not on our mailing list, get on our mailing list. It's a fight out there, folks. The opponents are manufacturers who have lobbyists, well-funded, and no concern for the safety of your children. Are they bad people? No. They're good people. Misguided, but they're good people. But they see the battle as keeping the information from you. They see the battle as being able to take a product that may have killed 11 children and keep it quiet. Their opponents are all of you. You may not know you're in the battle, but you are. So I'm going to wrap up my remarks by saying just very simply this. Thank you for coming out tonight. It means so much to me and my family. But most importantly, take advantage of this opportunity to let Kids in Danger become a part of your life. To let Kids in Danger help protect your children and to join us in protecting other children. Thank you very much for coming out tonight.
When I grow up, I want to be just like Shawn. I think Shawn's challenge is a fair and equitable one, and that is to participate and get involved, and hopefully as we transition to the next part of our program, you'll have that opportunity. So at this time, I'd like to introduce you to Vinny Zaffarano, who will be our MC for the next portion of the day. Vinny comes from Zafferano